Well, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Tuesday Bro Tuesday. It's the streaming live call-in show where we have one topic of discussion and one topic of discussion only. I guess that's what I want to say. We never ever detour off of the main subject. We always stick like crazy to the main topic. We never get derailed. We never chase rabbits. We never go off on other weird little tangents like that. Which is to say, we do that all the time here on Tuesday Bro Tuesday. Anyway, this is only the third installment of Tuesday Bro Tuesday. I'm really excited about today. We got a topic. We've got people in the chat. Welcome everybody. What's up, Dan Mansfield? Welcome Sammy, Chris, Josh. I see you there, Angela Garrity. Fog in my throat. Frog in my throat. Welcome, frog in my throat. Anyway, hope everything's looking and sounding okay. The topic of the day here. Let's put the topic up here. Bum bum bum. No, let's just. It's tiny. That was much less eventful than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be like a big title. But apparently it's just a tiny little thing. Endgame gear. Here's what we're talking about today. We're talking about that gear, that vape gear, that vape stuff that you have that you can't be without it. When you first got it, you went, yeah, this is it. This is my favorite thing. This is all I'm ever really going to need to vape. Like, this is my number one jam. This is my ride or die. This is my endgame gear. This is my end game gear. And end game gear, it's hard to explain. It's hard to explain because end game gear, when you get it and you realize like, wow, this could be my end game, you kind of have that realization like, well, maybe I don't need to buy another RDA. Maybe I don't need to buy another RTA. Maybe I don't need to buy another regulated mod. Maybe I don't need to buy all this other stuff, you know? And I'm not saying like capitalism is bad or purchasing stuff is bad. I just, I like to know when, and this is definitely not a pop and paint situation. I got one thing I'm vaping today. It's this that I can't quite remember the name of. The Grip, I believe, from Armageddon Manufacturing. Just having a real hell of a time getting this top cap back on here. It's one of the slight downfalls of this mod, I think. Man, that's such a bummer because I had it on here so perfectly. I apologize. This is really just one big dangle clack because I want to vape this. Oh, and I can't get this top cap on. Fuck it. That's good enough. Dang. All right, good. Well, I got a vape and I got a topic, so that's the topic. I'm just going to go ahead and throw the phone number out there. You can give me a call, 916-338-1988. You're going to be put into a queue, and I will get to you when I get to you. But I guess I wanted to talk about like one of my first end game setups that I had really, really recently, and that is the Stratum K-Fun 2019 combo. It's just one of those things that ticks every single box of requirements for me. It's just a joy to use. I just love it. 916? No, what did I say? 916? It's 914. It is. It's 914-338-1988. 914-338-1988. Let me double check this. Yeah. 914-338-1988. That is actually the correct number. And I didn't get this endgame set up until basically this year, and it was that Stratum K-Fun combo. And the K-Fun itself has always been like sort of an endgame setup for me. I've loved it since the moment I got it. My very first K-Fun Light, I knew that when I built it and wicked it and started vaping it, I was like, this is it. This is it. This is my endgame setup, and I'm just gonna. This is it. I'm gonna not be without a K-Fun Light Plus for the rest of my life. That's it. It's an end game for me. I just love it. I love the shit out of it, and I just wanna keep using it all the time. And I'm just really interested to hear, what other end game setups are out there. So Hopefully we won't run into any dangle clacks today. We got a first caller on the line. Caller in the 908 area code. You are on Tuesday, Bro Tuesday. Who am I talking to right now?
Oh, hey, Nick. Long-time viewer, second-time caller for British Eyes Only here.
Oh, what's
how's it going?
Going good, British Eyes. How are you? What's your end game setup? What's like that one? And it can't even be a full setup. It can just be like one particular, like, this is my end game RDA. This is my end game mech. What's your end game, British Eyes?
That's such a tough one. I was just going to ask you if we're allowed to have multiple nominations for endgame setups. Can we have like a mouth to lung and then a direct to lung?
Sure.
Kind of, you know what I mean?
Sure.
Okay,
Absolutely. That seems very reasonable. Go ahead.
It seems reasonable, right?
That seems very reasonable.
So let me think. I'm going to go with recently the QP Designs Fatality M25 has been like my favorite tank.
Really?
For rebuildable tanks, dual coils. Yeah, it's pretty rockin', I'm not gonna lie. It's simple to build, easy to wick. The flavor's great. It's got that double airflow adjustment, which is neat.
Okay. You said QP Designs
but
M25?
I've had that on top of the
QP M25?
What?
The QP Designs M25, the Fatality? Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I'm Googling this. I'm Googling this as you say it, just so I can see what it is. Because I'm not super familiar with the Fatality M25.
Yeah, it's pretty recent. They had like not the Dreadnought. What did they have? The Juggernaut RTA that was really popular for a while.
Yeah, Juggernaut for sure. Dang, it looks like a pretty dope tank.
So, yeah, and it's like, it's pretty easy to build. It's nice, flavorful. It's got this weird, like, reverse threaded top cap to fill it, and it's kind of like that little half turn, so you don't have to take the whole thing and screw it all the way off.
Yeah, that's a great
But I've had that on top of the... I've had that on top of the Squid Industries detonator. For an RDA, I've had either the like Kennedy 25 2-post, or the Recoil Rebel. Honestly, the Rebel's fucking awesome, man. I love it. Oops, I'm sorry, I said bad words.
That's fine. It is. It's fucking awesome. I'm glad that people still like the Recoil Rebel. You know Casey Pickles. That's all she vapes is the Recoil Rebel. That's basically her end game is the Recoil Rebel, and as her husband and the creator of that,
Snakebite Airflow
makes me so happy. Yeah, Snakebite Airflow. Yeah,
Snakebite Airflow is perfect, man. It's like the Kennedy Airflow. It doesn't need to be messed with. It's perfect how it is.
It's perfect how it is.
And for like mouth to lung, I really like the Caliburn.
Yeah.
But for like an actual mouth to lung setup, I'm looking at either the new Reload or a K-Fun.
Okay.
But I borrowed/stole an old Origin Genesis tank from my buddy, and I love it.
Do you really?
And I really want to rebuild it right now, but
interesting.
I just
Are you using stainless steel mesh?
It's already
in there?
built. It's already got a 1 ohm coil in it.
Is this you're talking about? Is an actual Genesis with like the stainless steel mesh wick?
Yeah, but I mean, I used cotton last time because I just don't have any mesh right now. I might somewhere, but that's just a process I'm not trying to get into right now.
Yeah.
But I tried it with cotton in there, and like a 60-40 or a 50-50, it was fine. I put some Halo Tribeca in there and was just super happy with it. It's the Origin Genesis GV214/B2. I don't know. They got some weird stuff going on there. But yeah, that thing on top of like the Mini Volt is fantastic. I found one of those recently, brand new in the box, and had to have it.
Oh, nice.
From Council of Vapor, that stupid little 1200 mAh box mod that does 40 watts and lasts for a half an hour.
Yeah.
But it's cool. It works.
But
with a 1 ohm coil. It
might
works,
not necessarily be an end game setup, but it still works. It still works. It still
no,
vapes.
it's like my favorite mouth to lung tank. I'd probably end up putting it on something with a bit better battery life.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's about it, man. I mean, I could keep going, but I'm not gonna. I want to make sure everyone else gets some time to share their their views and opinions.
Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate that, British Eyes. We're going to move on to the next caller. Always like hearing from you, bro. Hope you're good.
All right, man. Sounds good. I'll talk to you soon.
Talk at you later.
Yo-yoy.
Yo-yoy to ya. Awesome. You know, that QP M25, I've had QP design stuff in the past. I never had that M25. It's crazy looking. I'm not sure if anybody Googled it or if anybody's familiar with it, but it has that like dual airflow control on the bottom. It's kind of honestly like a pretty weird looking tank. What is shiny on the side of my face? Every time I turn my head, I see like this little glint of something on my cheek, and it's freaking me out. Anyway, we did have a super chat there from Stan. No, okay, the first one. What the heck? Why are the super chats acting weird? Dang, super chats are acting weird. Creating with Ken. I loved the Game Gear. That said, it didn't do as well as the Game Boy. Oh well, I'd say the Glass RTA V2 for direct to lung and my Addy Toonie K-Fun for mouth to lung. I think the Game Gear was way better than the Game Boy because I used to play Mortal Kombat 1 on the Game Gear, the Sega Game Gear. Legit. It was legit. Stan, Tenacious TX Vapes, very gracious of you. I'm jonesing to try the Reload mouth to lung and the QP Gata mouth to lung version. Too much cool stuff to pick a game over setup. Yeah, you know, I don't know. It is. There is too much good stuff, and that's the point of this. Like that's like you got to whittle it down. This is like I say, but this is brass tacks. This is like whittle it down. Like what is your end game out of everything you have? This is like the Aliens game. Took everything. What would you save? What setup? What setup would you save? Matt August, yes, I will be at ECC both Saturday and Sunday. In fact, I'm going to be there Friday afternoon and then all day Saturday, most of Sunday. I'll be there. A random glitter fleck from my golden microphone. Yeah, the golden microphone made a little bit of a comeback today simply because I'm going to have a guest in the office on Thursday that I could not be more excited about. This is going to be my Alex Jones, you guys. This is it. This is going to be the big guest, the Alex Jones. And so I needed the golden microphones. The golden microphones needed to come back for the guest. So that's why we got him. Let's jump to a phone call right now. Caller in the 716 area code. You are on Tuesday, Bro Tuesday. Who am I talking to?
Yes, you're talking to Connor. This is Strawberry Xanax. You shouted me out on one of your live streams.
Oh, Strawberry Xanax. How are you? So what's your end game setup here?
I'm doing really good. I'm doing really good. I just wanted to, first of all, just say thank you so much for everything you've done for the community of the vaping community. So
yeah, well, absolutely, it's my pleasure. It's a labor of love at this point, Strawberry Xanax. It's a labor of love.
Yes.
So end game setups.
Yes.
What's your favorite? What's your end game here?
Yes, my end game setup. This is going to be a really old one. It's going to be a retro vaping. It's from I believe 2014, and it's the iTaste It's the iTaste VTR.
Oh, that is a little bit of a retro vape.
Yes, and on it is something you mentioned on one of your vlogs a really long time ago, the Basil or the Basal tank.
Yes.
It's on that, and that is my end game setup. So
awesome. That's
just
incredible.
An overall great mouth to lung.
It is. And do you use the VTR extender, or does the tank fit inside the VTR like it's supposed to?
The tank actually fits in pretty well with the setup, so I don't need the extender.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah, that overly gigantic long extender. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah, a little bit excessive there. Well, that's a great end game setup. What about, this is kind of off the cuff, what about a liquid? Do you have like your legacy liquid that is like your one that you just love that you can't be without?
Well, yes, I do, and it actually goes well with a certain, and I'm going to say that's a certain candy of mine. That's my all-time favorite since childhood. That would be sour gummy worms by Candy King.
Oh,
that would be my all-time favorite. Like, cannot live without liquid. So.
Wow, that's really interesting. You know, I've never tried any of the Candy King liquids. Is this one that I should? This is one that you're recommending to me?
Yes, absolutely. It's when if you've had sour gummy worms, then what I get from it is the sourness and the gummy. But in my head, I kind of think of I want to chew like on the sour crystals. That's what I get in my head.
Yeah.
But I'm not really tasting that. If you kind of know what I mean. So
You kind of
that's why I really like it.
Imagine it a little bit in your head when you vape it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So.
Awesome. Well, that's awesome, Strawberry Xanax. Thank you so much for calling in. I really appreciate that. I'm going to move on to another caller. What's up?
Thank you so much for. Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. It's my pleasure.
Yeah. So thank you so much for getting the time to talk. So.
Yeah. Absolutely. Strawberry
right.
Xanax. I'll see you in the chat. Appreciate you calling in. That's very interesting. The I Taste VTR. I was not expecting anybody to list any vape gear from like before 2015. That's just how I was even expecting stuff like just from 2019. Like people are just, nope, just the swell, just my top side. That's it. Just my top side. Wasn't expecting that kind of retro-y, retro vape. But look, the VTR vapes, and it still holds up. And Strawberry Xanax, that's her end game, and she vapes it all the time. I think that's so cool. That just goes to show, it's one of the reasons I do the retro vape is there's a lot of vape gear out there that is just as good and still stands up to the test of time. It's just very interesting in this like constant new releases world that someone's end game was from forever ago, literally forever ago. Interesting. Let's just go ahead and jump to another call. I got a caller here in the 580 area code. You're on Tuesday Bro Tuesday. Who am I talking to?
Hello?
Hi. Who is this?
Hello?
Hi.
Buddy.
Who is this? Who are you?
This is Cajun.
This is Cajun?
Yeah.
Like
well, I mean, you don't know me, bro, but I mean, I've sent you messages and whatnot. And I tried to send you your favorite thing, but it never went through.
Oh, what a bummer.
So happy to converse with you, brother.
Yeah, here you go. We're on Tuesday Bro Tuesday. We're talking about end game setups. What's some of your favorite stuff?
I mean, it has to be a hybrid mech.
Okay.
At the moment, my Dreamer and my Dead Rabbit and the old V-God Pro with the old original recipe recoil on it.
Oh, very nice. Very cool. That original recipe recoil still holding up?
Bro, it's never been better, brother. I got two of them. I keep one on stash that I don't use, and I keep one burning all day long.
So you got your Dreamer and your Dead Rabbit, and that's it. That's your setup. That's your end game. You just love it.
Well, and my old V-God Pro with the OG
Pro.
Recoil on it.
The OG recoil. That's interesting. So you're a mech guy. You like the mechs.
Yeah, bro. Got to.
I agree. Look, I agree. It's funny because mech mods aren't for everybody. It's kind of a niche thing. So I always like running across people that are real into mechs because I think they're great.
I have a few squonkers. When I do decide to leave the house, I have a couple of squonk setups, top sides all day long. But for home use, daily bangers, mechs all day, hybrid top, I got a Bonza too that I'm really in love with, but as far as right now, those are my go-tos.
Dang. All right, man. Shit, that sounds good. That sounds awesome, bro. Well, thank you so much for calling in.
Hell yeah. I'm kind of starstruck right now because I'm talking to my man right now, so I'm sorry if I sound stupid.
You never do. You never sound stupid, Cajun. I appreciate that. Hey, you're more than welcome to call in. Literally anytime, bro. Anytime.
I will do, buddy.
I see. I hear you, bro. All right, I'm going to jump to another caller. I appreciate you jumping on, though.
Peace
out, bro. Got a mech guy. Mech guys. I don't know if I would put, something like the Ruby could be like an end game for me. Like these Ruby fully on hybrid mechanical mods. I mean, this is something that, you know, with some proper love, some proper TLC, it's never going to fail on you. There's nothing that can go wrong or go bad with it as long as you keep your contacts clean. I mean, theoretically, you should be able to buy a mech mod and have it literally be like the last mod you ever buy. A mech mod should theoretically last forever. Should just last forever. And speaking of mech mods, I'm going to saturate these and have a pull on this Kennedy here. Still on that vintage lemonade kick. I don't know. I might include something like this, like a Ruby in my like end game setups. If I had to get rid of everything, I might like to keep this. It's a good one. It's a good one. And ultimately, your end game setup is, you know, whatever keeps you off of cigarettes, right? Whatever you want, whatever keeps you off of cigarettes. I feel like that should be your end game setup. Got a super chat here from Flavor Pro Jennifer Jarvis. End game gear. Ready for this? Aeronaut version 2.5 RDA. I am not familiar with that RDA in any capacity. Aeronaut version 2.5. Is that the one with the tubes that kind of go in and out of it? So here we go. Aeronaut version 2.5 RDA on the Aegis or Aegis 26650. I don't think the Aeronaut got enough love, but I love mine. My strawberry watermelon pod recipe. Aeronaut. I'm going to look at some Google images of this. Aeronaut. Yeah, this was the one with the tubes. This had tubes on it. Hey, look at that. Heathen did a review for it. You guys remember Heathen? He did a review for it. But yeah, there were tubes along the bottom. The air came in through tubes, and then in the tubes themselves on the inside of the RDA were like slots. So it would go straight up at your coils. It was a pretty interesting design. I remember getting one. I think I got an Aeronaut when I went to Ireland. I'm not 100% sure, but I think I picked up an Aeronaut there and vaped it while I was there. Interesting. That's what I'm looking forward to, man. I'm looking forward to hearing people say that their endgame stuff is stuff that I've never heard of or never even tried, because that just makes me excited to like, shit, well, I kind of want to try the QP M25 RTA now because British Eyes said that it was his endgame. That's crazy. Yes, it is the tubes. They come with tubes, yep, to change the airflow. It comes from the top and bottom airflow. It's so good for flavor. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. Let's get to another caller here. Caller in the 765 area code. Welcome. You're on Tuesday, Bro Tuesday. Who am I talking to?
Hey, Grimm. This is Lance.
What's up, Lance? How are you, man?
I'm doing good. Just got home from work.
Oh, so you're doing real good. There's no better feeling than that. So we're talking about end game setups, Lance. What's your end game setup?
Well, I'm a pretty new vapor, about 6 months, so everything I got's pretty new within the last year or so.
Well, welcome to the club. So, we have a lot of fun over here. What's been your favorite so far? What's been your favorite so far?
It's got to be my Box Mod Mafia Billy Club with the original recurve.
Box Mod Mafia. See, this is something I'm going to have to Google. Box Mod Mafia. Okay. Oh, I see. Yeah, that looks super cool. That looks very dope. What did you say you put on top of it?
Yeah. Just a recurve OG single coil.
Yeah. OG recurve. It's such a great RDA. Have you tried the recurve dual?
I have not.
Yeah. If you like the recurve,
I'm just loving this.
Yeah, if you love the recurve, I love the recurve. I love the recurve dual as well. It's just that extra, having a dual coil recurve. It's just nice. It's just nice to have.
Okay. All right. I'm going to check it out.
Yeah, I would definitely check it out. All right, Lance. Well, man, thank you so much for calling in. I appreciate that. Appreciate that very much, bro. We'll talk at you later.
No, thank you. All right. Bye.
See you there. Yeah, the recurve. Recurve's dope. The Recurve Dual's dope. I recently dug this out. I think this was in the vlog last week. Still heavily into that top side Recurve Dual combo. In fact, my liquid container in here is very empty. And this is what I want to be vaping right now. So I'm going to have to fill it up. And while we're doing that, let's read some super chats. Robert, very gracious of you. Go to Goat RDA. Needs more coil options, though. I know. It does. The Goat is amazing. The Dead Goat is awesome. It's just great. It's one of those, it makes it real easy to cycle your cotton. The Dead Goat is awesome for cycling your cotton, Robert. I appreciate that. I'm glad you like it, and I agree with you. It does need more coil options. Nicholas, very gracious of you. Could you give me the endgame setup tip to wicking the Profile RDA? I've had it for a month, and I want it to be my vape, but I just can't get the flavor. Help pulls. The only trick I know for the Profile, we were talking about recurves so much there that it's just recurve is on the mind. The only tip I have for you for the Profile RDA is to put more springs underneath the little spring-loaded platform. That way that it really presses that cotton up like snug against that mesh. Ever since I started doing that in the Profile RDA, I've had nothing but an awesome experience with it. But it wasn't until I really did that I had an awesome experience with it. Anyway, I hope that helps out, Nicholas. Got one here from Sick Boy. Na 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 Sick Boy. Oh. Very gracious of you. Day off. Going to crack a beer with Grimm. Endgame setup. Hellfire Cobra and Haku Vena. Always within hand's reach. The great thing is I don't know what either of those things are. What's a Haku Vena? Haku Vena looks to be a little single coil, super flavor banger guy, real short profile. It's a lot, it's along those lines of like, the Hadley and things like this, just tight little small flavor bangers. That looks dope. I don't know what the Hellfire Cobra is. And if I Google it, it does bring up a mod. Yeah, okay, that's super dope. Hellfire mod. And I've never tried the Hellfire Cobra. I've never tried the Haku Vena. In fact, before Sick Boy typed those words into the super chat, I had never heard of the Haku Vena. The Haku Vena. I'm trying to figure out a way so it'll focus on my face and not so much on the microphone. But it just seems to be focusing on the microphone. And that's okay because it's about this next caller right here. I got a caller in the 580 area code. Welcome to Tuesday, Bro Tuesday. Who am I talking to right now?
What's up, Nick? This is Doug.
Doug, what's going on, Doug?
Not a whole lot.
Okay, awesome. Well, Schneeko. My dog's barking. Can you hear my dog barking? We're talking about endgame setups. What's an endgame setup for Doug?
Endgame setups.
Mm-hmm.
Well, generally this is where I would like to use a mech mod.
Okay.
But if we have to go endgame, I've got a beautiful green Hexome V3 with a Kennedy Trickster 25.
Dude.
That just doesn't ever leave my hand.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see that being glued to your hand. The Hexome is so reliable, and you just kind of have to love a Kennedy. I mean, am I wrong?
Not at all. I was late to the game on the Kennedy and the Hexome train, and I didn't get these until about a month ago.
Oh, dang. Well, see, that's pretty cool, though. Like, I think that's legitimately cool of you discovering this stuff just now and you still loving it. It kind of just gives merit to how great those products actually are, that they stand up that test of time,
Yeah, they're I was definitely skeptical, at least on the Hexome front, because like I said, I'm generally a mech mod guy, but man, there's just nothing quite like a Hexome.
Yeah, it just hits, and it's nice and powerful, really reliable, really durable, and they have a lifetime warranty. So if anything ever breaks, you can send it back and they fix it for you. And I just think that's something that is, I think that's incredible. And I've done it. I've had to send hexomes back, and they're just real quick. They email you. They go, we got your hexome. We're going to fix it. We're going to send it back. They ship it back. It's unbelievable. Hexome is a fantastic investment, I think.
Yes, they definitely are.
Yeah. All right.
Wonderful. And their customer service is supposed to be great.
It is. It's spectacular. Craving Vapor has really very good customer service. I think you made a wise decision here with this Hexome Kennedy combo. Very wise decision, Doug. All right. Well, cool. All right. Well, thank you so much, Doug, for chiming in there. Hexome Kennedy, classic combo.
Well, thanks for having me.
I appreciate that. Call in anytime, bro. Anytime. Interesting, very interesting. Every call is interesting. Hexome Kennedy. You know, I've been preaching about the greatness of hexomes for years. Love the hexome. Have always loved the hexomes. I've done Grimm Army, multiple runs of Grimm Army edition hexomes because I believe in that product so much. Top it with a Kennedy, dude. It's an incredible vape. It's an incredible vape. And if you're out there right now and you're thinking, I've never tried a Kennedy, they're coming down in price. They have once upon a time were very, very, very expensive, but because of the way that capitalism works, the price has come down on them, even though they're still manufactured in the United States. And I think that's fantastic. There's literally no better time than right now if you've ever wanted to try a Kennedy. What'd you say, Strawberry Xanax? If you still have the iTaste VTR, as I mentioned, I did, then you should do the iTaste VTR for your retro vape in one of your Thursday vlogs. That's a fantastic idea. I think I have done the iTaste VTR in a retro vape like months ago, like months and months ago. But I could find it again. I could easily find it again and dig it out. And I might even be able to find like one of those iClear 30 tanks that came, those clearomizers that came with the iTaste VTR. I might even be able to track one of those down. Addy Tooney chiming in. The Vindicator. Yes, the Vindicator. Damn straight the Vindicator. Damn straight the Vindicator. We got some more super chats here. Tenacious TX Vapes. That's very gracious of you. Hellgrim. Do you even the high-end vape forum, bro? Lols. I do not. Stan, I do not the high-end vape forum. So here's my experience with high-end stuff and hemo stuff is once upon a time there was a great group on Facebook called High-End Mods Only. And that's where the term hemo comes from. High-end mods only hemo. So I was part of this hemo group. But this hemo group has all sorts of like ridiculous, crazy rules. Like if you post a picture like at the wrong fucking time of day, it's like, oh, you're just banned. Okay, weird. And so I was so nervous to like be a part of that group and try to interact with that group because I thought I would just get banned at any moment because they had so many rules and so many personalities in there. Well, I wouldn't go that far, spit roast, but it was a real interesting place. And so no, I have not kept up on the high-end stuff. The high-end stuff, exactly, British Eyes. It got a little gatekeepy to me, and it's whatever. It's cool. Look, if you want to vape high-end stuff, vape high-end stuff. I like to vape some high-end stuff, you know what I mean? It's just that whole, like, culture around this high-end stuff. Like, it feels a little snobby to me, and I'm a blue-collar guy, so I don't appreciate the snob. Nate Johnson, very gracious of you. After 4 years of vaping, I still have to smoke when I am at work. At home, I'm fine. Out and about, I'm fine. It's just at work that I need the sticks. Here's the thing, Nate. If that's what you need to do, then that's what you need to do. There's no rules in vaping. Eventually, you could fully switch over to vaping. I think that would be a fantastic accomplishment. Just don't give up, Nate. Whatever you do, just don't. Just don't throw in the towel. Just please don't throw in the towel. Antonio, very gracious of you. OG recoil on a noisy cricket. Damn, that's awesome. Jenna RDA on the Cyclone Evo, SQ Evo, and the Kai Fun Light 2019 on the Asmodus Lustro Stabwood Edition, I suppose, if I had to choose. Look, those are all great options. Obviously, I'm a fan of whoever wants to vape an OG recoil. Best RDA still on the market. On a Noisy Cricket, I think that's awesome. The Jenna RDA, easily one of my favorites of all time. Jenna RDA, forget about it. Easily one of my favorites of all time. Easily one of my favorites of all time. And the K-Fun Light 2019. Easily one of my favorites of all time as well. Tactical Ted. Hey, Grim Endgame Setups. Topside duel with the Squonky Kong, RSA, and Mad Modder DNA 250C LiPo box with the Voltrove V3 35 millimeter atomizer. You know, I did. Did I call you a snob, Stan? I didn't. Look, I wasn't calling you a snob. I didn't say Stan is a snob. I was just saying, like, there's a certain culture sometimes, and it's the same thing that happens with, like, really nice cars. Like, you never meet a really, really humble guy that drives a Maserati. That just doesn't exist. It's kind of that. It's kind of that sort of, like, culture, I guess. Tactical Ted. Oh, we did Tactical Ted. 35 millimeter RTA. See, that's something, big diameter things is something I never found appealing and never really got into. It just never really appealed to me. I'm like, look, 25 millimeters, that's fine. You want to go bigger than that, knock yourself out. It's just not for me. But a lot of people, they love those huge atomizers. Big, fat atomizers. It's cool. Look, I don't care. Whatever vapes for you, whatever works for you, I love it. I'm a fan. Biscuit Vapes. Hi from England, waiting for a Starhopper SpaceX test. My endgame vape is my Aegis Legend with my Amit Dual RTA. Second would be the Pulse 80 watt with the recurve. Yeah, both very, very solid choices. I had a feeling I would see a lot of Aegis Legends today. Night Clover. Love Aegis Legend with the Fire Luke Lemon Twist Juice. That's it. That's a banger. Aegis Legend and the Fire Luke Mesh. Pff, you're going to be hard-pressed to find a better, more convenient vape than that. Grim called me a snob. My life is complete. Stan the Snob, Tenacious TX Vapes. That's what we're calling you now. Zach, very gracious of you. Fat-O-Misers. Yeah, Fat-O-Misers. Let's see if anybody else is into some Fat-O-Misers. I got a caller here in the 573 area code. Welcome to Tuesday, Bro Tuesday. Caller in the 573 area code. Who am I talking to?
Hello, it's Richard.
Richard.
Or Bob's Burger 626.
All right.
We've emailed quite a bit.
Oh, well, right on. I hope I replied.
So So I got a runner up for the end game.
Okay.
It's going to be an Aegis Legend with the Rebirth RTA. That one's just classic.
Mm-hmm. Classic.
The Aegis is so good, but I just got a dual topside in the Passage RDA, so I'm going to say that's going to be my end game. It's fucking baller.
Yeah, it is. The topside, both topsides are incredible squonkers. The topside dual is not my favorite, but it is still just a banging squonker. What did you say you had on top?
I know, because you read my Instagram comment on the topside dual on Truckin' Vapes live stream back in the day when you did a review on it.
Oh, did I?
That was me. I don't know if you remember that.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, you're like, because I did a positive comment, and you're like, oh, yeah. And you've been doing a lot better on your reviews ever since I said that. I've been trying to say that in the comments below and stuff. But yeah, that's my end game setup. It's great. I just want to say thanks for everything you do. I'm a huge fan. Sorry I email you so much.
No, that's fine. It's all part of the process, man. It's all part of the life I live. It's all good. All good, Richard. Well, damn, that sounds like a dope setup. Man. I appreciate you calling in, man. Appreciate that. I'll talk at you later.
All right, you have a good one, okay?
Appreciate that.
All right, bye.
Yeah, topside duel. I was expecting to see some topside duels. I was expecting to see a lot more squonkers. I was kind of shocked right out of the gate when we're talking about end game setups and people are throwing out mechs, and I'm like, well, that does make a lot of sense because a mech will last you a really long time. And like big box mods, lipo powered box mods, I thought I would hear more squonkers. That's okay. We're going to jump to another call here. I got a caller in the 805 area code. Get ready. You are on Tuesday, Bro Tuesday. Who am I talking
to? Grim, this is Matt August, formerly the Vaping Tech.
The Vaping Tech. How are you, Matt?
I'm pretty good, man.
Good. So we're talking.
Me would be.
What you got?
The Swiss Mod V2 with a CLT version 3.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's kind of a. I don't want to say retro-y, but it's a little bit of a throwbacky kind of vape there.
Mm-hmm.
When did that SwitchMod V2 come out? When did you get that?
I got it right when they released it. They're old friends of mine.
Interesting. You don't remember the year? You remember the year or month? I want to say it was 2016, but I'm not sure.
It was.
2016.
I believe it was.
Yeah. And I'm sorry, what did you say was on top?
It's a CLT version 3 Mini.
Oh, the Mini. Wow.
By Infinite.
Yeah. I remember the CLT V3. I didn't have the Mini, but I did have the CLT V3, and it was like my jam for a while. I thought that was a really good RDA.
The only one I never had was the original. I loved that thing.
Yeah. Interesting. So some more retro vapes as end games. I like that. Mm-hmm. And don't be offended by the term retro vape.
Hey.
You vape whatever you want.
Oh, I don't. You kidding me? I love watching your retro.
Yeah. Well, it's good times, and I do it to prove a point. But all right, Matt. Hey, I appreciate you calling in, man. That's awesome. SwitchMod V2, CLT V3 Mini. Awesome. Good stuff. I'll talk at you later, Matt.
I'll see you this weekend.
You will.
Bye.
You will. I will be at ECC this weekend. This looks like a weird phone number, and I just want to click it because I want to see who's there, and I can't even see an area code. Who is this? Who am I talking to right now? Is this a 918?
Anybody again?
Yeah.
This is Rahul Majumdar. Hi, I'm calling from India.
India. How are you?
International phone number.
Oh, okay.
Yep. I'm good. I've been a long time follower of your YouTube channel for about 3.5 years. It's really exciting to talk to you. I've been waiting for about 3.5 years, and I really, really love your blogs. And I play the bass and love Star Wars. I basically love everything that you speak about on your Tuesday back then. And it's real fun talking to you in general, listening to your blogs overall.
Yeah, well, thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Looking forward to speak to you. It's really great.
Yeah. Okay. So what's your favorite? What's your end game?
So right now it's a toss-up between two. Right now I'm basically on an Ares NTL 24 millimeters.
Oh, mouth to lung.
It's on top of an Aegis Mini. It's pretty much mouth to lung. The flavor is brilliant, super easy to build, and the mod itself is pretty much indestructible and it's super light, perfect for NTL.
Yeah, perfect.
The battery lasts
for
a couple of days at least. So worked beautifully for me. The Ares on top of an Aegis Mini.
Interesting. Yeah. That's a great setup. Do you prefer mouth to lung vaping as opposed to like to direct lung inhale?
So, to be perfectly honest, I've been waiting for 3 years, but I actually managed to quit cigarettes like 6 months back.
Okay.
When I actually, started on using salt mix on mouth to lungs.
Mm-hmm.
So that's basically what helped me actually get off cigarettes completely. I still go back to direct lung. I have quite a large collection of RDAs, but I go back to my Velocity V2 on top of a Kangatech drip box,
yep.
For squonking.
Yeah.
So that's something that's still working. It's still holding strong. And the Velocity V2 is brilliant in terms of flavor. And, the airflow is like, it's like you say, it's like just breathing in air. So that's a whole different experience when I want to go back to the clouds.
Yeah.
But to crave my neck cravings, it's mouth to lung.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Well, thank you so much for calling in. I don't want to keep you any longer. I feel like this is an expensive phone call for you.
Yeah, that's okay. I just have one question.
Yes.
Back in December 2017, you opened a gallon bottle of Fairy Wings, I think.
Oh,
you
yes.
never said what actually happened. Did you manage to get through that entire bottle?
No. So here's what happened with the Fairy Wings is I got like a quarter of the way down the bottle, and then I suddenly started hating the liquid. I couldn't stomach it. I couldn't vape it anymore. It got to be just too much. I went overboard on it is what happened. I vaped too much of it. I vaped about a quarter of the bottle, and then I couldn't bring myself to throw it away, so I just kept it for like another year. And then I eventually had to get rid of it just because it turned real dark, and I couldn't bring myself to vape it anymore. It's kind of a shame. I wish I would have vaped more of it. Yeah. That's a bummer. That's a bummer, but that's what happened.
I was actually trying to write you and ask you about it, but thanks for talking to me.
Yeah,
thanks for talking to me, man.
All right, absolutely, bro. Thank you so much for calling in. Awesome. And I wish I could have talked to him a little bit longer. The vape climate of the vape industry in India right now is really very bad. As bad as we think it is in the United States, India is worse right now with vaping. Their government, much like our government, isn't promoting any sort of benefits from vaping. They are saying it's just as bad as smoking cigarettes. They are trying to ban it, nationwide. Vaping is in a really bad spot in India, so my heart goes out to you. Any vapors in India right now. But that's interesting. It's interesting to hear people whose legacy or end game setups are mouth to lung, and then some vapors, their end game setup is just a direct lung. And that's one of the things that I think that is so great about vaping is there's so much gear. There's so many different ways to vape. You can have a real tight mouth to lung, a loose mouth to lung. You can have a tight direct lung. You can have a real loose direct lung. You can have everything in between. You can adjust your wattages up and down. You can adjust your temperatures. You can control your nicotine levels. It's the ultimate consumer product for ending cigarettes, and I just love that. I love how much customization there is, and if you don't like having a black mod, you can have a red mod. If you don't like having a red mod, you could have a silver or a blue or a purple mod or a pink tank or a black tank, or you could do whatever you want. And I think that's great, and I think that's one of the things, along with the community aspect of it, I think that's one of the things that makes vaping so successful, twice as effective as any NRT on the market right now. It's just one of my favorite things. Carlos in the chat, I'm currently using my endgame setup. It's been the best I have ever. Aegis Legend and Freemax Pro mesh tank at 80 watts. Boom. Just vape it like you stole it. And I appreciate that update. Crush that like button. Just smash it. Just kill that like button. Stab it with a pen. Stab your computer with a pen. Don't stab your computer with a pen. Let's jump to another call here. I got a caller in the 604 area code. You're on Tuesday, Bro Tuesday. Who am I talking to?
Oh, hi. Nick Grimm. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Who is this?
This is Niles. I usually post on as Living Hints.
All right. Well, how are you? We're talking about end game setups today. What do you feel is your end game setup?
You know what? There's so many new products that rival the old stuff.
I
know.
And
right now, a UL Soul Keeper with like a Bonza or a, I don't know, something gold to go along with a reflective gold finish on the UL Soul Keeper.
Mm-hmm.
That's just something that is so simple.
Yeah, so simple. I love that Soul Keeper. I love it so much. I'm so glad you brought that up because I think it's such a great device.
The thing about it is it takes 3 batteries, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it takes a 21700.
And it takes a USB. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, 21700. 2700, 18650, and the thing about it is, it just works.
Yep.
We're going to have USB ports at the end of the game. So at the end of the game, are there going to be batteries available, or is there going to be a cable and an outlet available?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Yeah. Hydro might be out.
Yeah.
It might just be batteries.
Yeah. Well, did you use?
I'm thinking that a USB cable is going to be more plentiful than a new battery.
Than an 18650?
Well, yeah. So, in that case, you know what I always bring with me, and I think it was for British Eyes Only, said that, most people can't decide between 4. They just don't have a single Bluetooth.
Yep.
And I have a Joytech AIO system with a LiPo that would take one of those cables that will just be like so plentiful
Yeah.
As long as there's a plug-in somewhere.
As long as there's a plug-in somewhere. Well, let me ask you this. Did you use mechanical mods before you used the Soul Keeper?
No, I did not.
Interesting.
I never really wanted to go into mechanical mods. I'll tell you why. Because just the price of a nice authentic one really outshined. Well, it didn't outshine. It in my mind, or as a reasonability, cost effectiveness, it did not outshine a regulated mod, like a simple, let's say, a stacker, like something like an Evoke.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Smallest dual mod.
Mm-hmm.
And as long as you had batteries,
you're good to go.
Of course, you can actually charge batteries in there if you need to.
Mm-hmm.
But something like that?
Yeah.
Something like that would be a go-to.
Yeah. Well, there you go. I'm really glad you brought up that UL Soul Keeper. I think that's just a fantastic device. Fantastic device.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well,
if it had okay.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? It's really nice touching base.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's nice saying hi to everyone.
Yes. Appreciate that.
And I appreciate what you do.
Yeah. Well, my pleasure. Thank you so much for calling in. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I felt like I might have cut him off a little bit too early. I felt like he had something to say there, and then I had just cut him off so early. I have another caller here that's been sitting for about a half hour. Caller in the 609 area code. You are on Tuesday, Bro Tuesday. Who am I talking to? Who am I talking to?
Yes, sir. My name is John.
John.
My name is John. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, John. What's your end game setup, John?
In game, Sub-Zero Shorty Copper with the Twisted Messes, 13 Heavens, 9 Hells RDA.
Oh, wow. That's an interesting choice. Why that RDA above anything else?
Well, the flavor in that RDA, I mean, first of all, it was my first legitimate or authentic rebuildable.
Yeah.
So I just fell in love with the flavor that thing puts out. Like, I mean, I still use it as of today. Like, I have so many different types of atomizers, and I still look at that atomizer like, oh my God, like, what happened to what happened? Because now, the flavor of some of these RDAs have changed so much, and you know what I mean? So I really just love that RDA.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, they did a good job with it, and I learned how to build on that. I'm sorry.
No, that's great. I think that's fantastic. It's just one of those things, like old RDAs, they still have merit. They still hold up. They're still good.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And you said...
I'm not going to keep you long, man. I just wanted to throw my 2 cents in. I'm sorry, what were you about to say?
What? I'm sorry, what mech did you say that was on? A Sub-Zero?
Sub-Bone Innovation, Sub-Zero Shorty.
Yeah.
The Copper.
Sub-Zero Shorty. Is that the 18650 or is it smaller than that?
Nah, it's an 18650.
Dope.
That's the one that came. You can either get the I forgot what the 510. You can either get the 510 cap for it, or you can get the Sub-Zero atomizer, and it turns into like a hybrid. Like the atomizer literally becomes part of the mod.
Ah, yes, it's like a real hybrid threaded on there. Oh, I like that.
Yeah, kind of like what Kennedy does. Yeah, absolutely.
I dig that. All right, well, hey, thank you so much for calling in, man. I really appreciate that. Thanks for sharing with us.
Absolutely, man. Thank you.
Yeah, take care. Take care, Miles.
You too, bro.
Yeah, that's that's another one. The what did he just say? What did he just say? 13 heavens, 9 hells. 13 heavens, 9 hells. Did I even do a video for that? Let's go check. Let's check the internet. 13 heavens, 9 hells. 13 heavens, 9 hells. Let's go to more. Let's check YouTube. Let's see, did I do one? No, it's not coming up. I genuinely cannot remember if I ever did a video for that particular RDA or not. I must not have. Let's search for RDA on there. But I do. I remember that RDA. It was a lot like the Twisted Messes, the first Twisted Messes, the Twisted Messes original one. And Sub-Ohm Innovations, they made, and as far as I know, they're still around. They made some of the best mechs that were just out. In fact, the Sub-Ohm Innovations Sub-Zero RDA stands the test of time as one of my favorite RDAs just of all time. It was a little bit annoying to drip with, but I loved it. It was one of those things like I didn't care. I didn't care. I just loved it. Just loved it. Anyway, let's see. I thought I saw some super chatting happening. Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, that's it. Just one from Pedro. Very gracious of you, Pedro. You didn't ask for anything, but I'm going to give you a little shout out, Pedro. Very much appreciate that. I'm going to take a quick little intermission just to grab some water. I will be back in uno momento, por favor. Should be included in everybody's endgame setup. One of the side effects of vaping is hydration, baby. Yeah. All right. Well, moving right along here. Let's get to this caller in the 828. I think I'm reading that right. 828 area code. Welcome to Tuesday Bro Tuesday. Who am I talking to right now?
Hey, Grim.
Hey.
This is Chris.
What's up, Chris? How are you, man?
I'm good. I'm actually the white Indian drummer vapor. Messaged you a few times before.
Yes, I remember. So we're talking end games. What do you think about that? What's your end game?
Yeah. We're talking in games. I have a dual 2700 mods by Nazy parallel box.
Okay.
With the OG recoil on top.
Oh, nice. Very nice. You still like that OG recoil? I just like it when people like the recoil. That just makes me happy.
Dude, since I got the recoil, I haven't been able to really vape much of anything else. The only thing that came close to a second was the Mike Vapes Rebirth.
Mike Vapes Rebirth RDA. Yeah. Dang. That's awesome. And so you said you run that on a dual 21700 parallel box?
Well, 2700.
Oh, okay. Dual 2700 parallel. You're a parallel fan? I've always been a parallel fan.
Oh, yeah.
It's great.
I love great. just a simple 6-wrap N80 dual coil 0.15. Boom, all day long.
Yeah, boom, all day long. Just flavor, right?
Oh, yeah, except it's the Clouds Bro cap.
Right, the Clouds Bro Clouds cap. That's rad. See, all these people talking about their original recipe recoils. I'm going to set one up soon. I might set one up before Kent gets here. I think it's going to be good. Well, hey.
Oh, yeah.
I appreciate you calling in, man.
And before you go.
Oh, what's up?
Another retro vape you might pull out if you still got it. You remember that Smoke Tech Caterpillar?
The Smoke Tech Caterpillar. Let me do some Google foo here. Tech Caterpillar. Oh yes, I do remember the Smoke Caterpillar. It was like a $5 RDA, wasn't it? It was real cheap.
Yeah.
Real cheap. Are you still rocking one of those?
And well, I've still got one in the old in the tackle box. But yeah, just make sure you got that 26 gauge single wire because nothing else will fit in there.
Yep. You know, there was once upon a time where nobody from the United States was designing anything that China was releasing, and so China was just kind of just throwing products out there to see what stuck. You know, and so we started drilling out holes on our RDAs. So China went, oh, we need bigger airflow holes. And it took them a while to catch on that we needed bigger post holes. as well. Bigger post holes. All those post holes on those old RDAs were all exactly like you said, like 28 gauge, single wire, round wire, 28 gauge builds. It was a little bit frustrating.
Tiny builds.
Yeah, tiny builds. Just a frustrating atomizer. Oh, that's hilarious. That's hilarious. All right, well, hey, man, I appreciate you calling in. Thank you for sharing with us.
Oh, yeah, thanks, Grim.
Talk at you later. That's hilarious. Yeah, I remember that Caterpillar atomizer, that Caterpillar RDA. I know I definitely have a video up for the Caterpillar RDA. That was from back in, I want to say 2014, maybe towards the middle end of 2014. Yeah, Stompin' Peak, you're absolutely right. We had to drill out holes on atomizers. There was a lot of people drilling out posts as well, but the problem is the posts were usually insulated with like a Delrin or Peak insulator that when you applied the heat of a drill to would just melt, you see. So we were trying to drill out our atomizers and we were just ruining them. We were just melting them. That's okay. That's all okay. That's what we had. Look, we worked with what we had. We worked with what we had, and thankfully we don't have to work with what we have anymore. We actually have really great products out here. Bree N8 Vapes. Just want to say hi from the UK. Just want to say hi from the United States. There you go. There you go. We got some time for a few more calls. Let's jump into this one. Caller in the 330 area code. Welcome to Tuesday, Bro Tuesday. Who am I talking to?
Hi, this is John. How you doing?
Hi, John. I'm doing well, brother. Let's talk
going
about
on?
Not hanging out. Let's talking about end game setups. You got any end game setups in your arsenal?
Yeah, currently for the last well, I'm a fairly new vapor from November, but I mean, I don't know how new that is. I mean, I say that's pretty new.
Yeah, well,
but
welcome.
the tripod by Adam Mizzou. I don't know, you heard about it? The high-end RTA they got?
Yeah, I have. I've never got to try one. Is it really good?
Yeah, the flavor on it's amazing. The flavor's amazing, and then all of the different options you have MTL, the MTL to the restricted DL.
Yeah,
you just got so many options,
It's just a very slick, clean-looking tank too, isn't it? Just real clean.
It is. It really is.
Dang.
It really is.
I instantly, as soon as I saw that, I instantly want one now. John.
Yeah. Yeah. It's that good. It really is that good. I was skeptical myself until I started vaping on it, and it's in my hand all day,
Yeah.
I'm a disabled combat veteran, so I'm a disabled combat veteran, so I'm always home, so I always have it right next to me.
That's great.
I always have it right next to me.
That's awesome. That's awesome that you found something you love. Now let's take it one step further. What liquid is inside of your Mizzou tripod?
Okay, so right now I have the blueberry Sad Boy in there. You tried the Sad Boy yet?
Yeah, I'm a Sad Boy fan. I like their raspberry cookie. They have like a raspberry jam cookie.
I haven't had that yet, and that's what I'm doing. I'm going down the line. I've tasted them all.
Yeah.
But I'm going down the line of the ones I'm purchasing next.
Awesome.
But
awesome.
That company, everyone I've tasted, I mean, they all taste amazing.
Yeah, everyone's a banger. Everyone is a banger.
Yeah.
Everyone that I've tried so far has been a banger, and I don't think, based on that they will let me down in the future either.
Yeah, that's the way it seems.
That's the way it seems.
But
right on.
Yeah, that's about it.
All right. Well, right on, John. I appreciate that. Now,
all right.
Now I'm all jealous for your Mizzou tripod. I got to go try to track one of these guys down.
Yeah. They got a Facebook group, and they got Tassos is his name. He's one of the owners. They're really great guys. They're really awesome people.
Awesome. Well, awesome. I love that, John. Thank you so much for calling in, bro. Thank you for sharing with us. Appreciate that.
All right.
We'll talk at you later.
Take care.
Atmazoo tripod. I've heard of the Atmazoo tripod. I had never seen it or used it or vaped it, and that's crazy. It's funny to me. I mean, it's not funny. It's just, I don't know what it is. It's just one of those things where someone else's favorite thing, like their favorite end game, perfect vape device, they just look at it and they go, yes, give this to me. I want it all day long, is something that I've never heard of. I've never tried. And that just makes me so stoked. I just think that's so great. There's so many different ways to vape. Thank you for that link, Vapor Swaggins. Yeah, I'll click it. Stratum store. Let me get my Atmazoo tripod. I need my vape budget hands here. Great. Thanks, Swaggins, for that. I just like that. I just like it when someone's all day, every day, perfect banger end game setup is just something I've never heard of and never tried before. And I think that just speaks to the amount. That just speaks to the amount of vape gear that is out there in the world, and stuff that's available in the UK that we sometimes can't get in the US, or even stuff that's, in the US that you might not be able to get in the UK. I don't know how easy it is to get a Kennedy in the UK. I have no idea. I know it's easy to get one in the United States. It's just interesting. This is all just very interesting to me. Let me get to another caller here who's been waiting for a little bit. If you're in the 504 area code, welcome to Tuesday Bro Tuesday. Who am I talking to?
Hey, Nick. This is Louis Simo on Facebook and stuff.
Ah, Louis. How are you?
I'm good, man.
Good.
So, look, I've been vaping like 6 years now. Watching you the whole time. So
awesome.
Thank you for all those years of feeding my vaping soul.
Hey, it's my pleasure. Glad to help out.
Cool, man. So I also, like you, moved recently, and I've been selling off a lot of my gear. Whittled it down to maybe like 20, 30 pieces.
Yeah.
Still a lot, but
yeah.
So, like you, I also like to vape in different ways. And right now, what I've really been digging for a while now is, I don't know if you've heard of the Hugo Squeezer. It's a little 3D printed squonker.
I can't
Actually,
say
I don't
that
know
I
if
have.
it's 3D printed. It's probably just plastic.
I think
it's based on like a boxer kind of design, but it's real cheap. It's like $30, but it's a 21-700 8-milliliter bottle, and it freaking just kicks ass. I got your boy Matt's nudge on top of it.
Nice. And
it's a great mech vape. Really
nice.
digging that. For RTAs, I'm still using my K-Fun V5 on top of my Squid Industries V2 .1
nice.
or whatever it is.
Yeah.
0.1, yeah.
Very nice.
And when I go out, I've been digging on this East Frenzy, the little MTL, little self-vaping.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. And you use different vapes at different times and different situations. So it's important to have that, like...
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe a little restricted lung. Maybe I'm going to blow some house clouds. Maybe when I go out, I need a little mouth-to-lung, stealthy banger guy.
Yeah, man, that's the beauty of vaping. We couldn't do that with smoking.
No.
I wasn't like, I'm gonna sneak a cigarette in Kmart here. That wasn't gonna happen.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, let's be honest. Smoking was never, I don't know, it was a means to an end, right? It wasn't anything enjoyable or fun or customizable.
It stopped being pleasurable, I think, after the first few days for me.
Yeah. And yet you just you end up sticking with it for so long.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it was not good times.
Yeah, it was not good times. How long have you been vaping?
Tell you real quick. Almost 6 years now, man.
Oh, that's right. That's what you said. 6 years.
6 years smoke-free.
Congratulations. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
That's rad.
Yeah, and let me tell you real quick a couple of the things I kept from back in the day, because, like you, I like I'm a parallel mech guy, so I'd like to run my Castigador. It's a clone with a Infinite CLT. I got the black CLT and a genuine shot cap on top.
It's a beautiful
awesome.
vape. Put in like a little 22 gauge in there.
Yeah.
It's good.
That is old school. That's fucking cool.
Remember those days?
Yeah, I do. I remember those days. I remember those days fondly. It will never be like that again. But I remember those days.
No, it won't. And I also kept my my dot mod. I think it's the version 2 when they were all aluminum.
Yeah.
And it's like black with gold, and the RDA matches, and it's got the little gold dot mod tips that we all love.
Yep. Yeah. Those dot mods, those original dot mods, the V1 and the V2, bangers.
Yeah, they hit hard, man, and they look classy.
Yeah, they
nice.
did. They look slick. Dang, they look slick. All right, Luis. Well, thank you so much.
One more quick thing.
Oh, okay. What's up?
Can I? One more quick thing.
Going. Yeah.
Who do I have to orally gratify to get an OG recoil squonk pin?
Oh shit.
I'm thinking Yak because you're married, right?
Probably Yak. Probably both of us. Probably a lot of people, actually. Now that I think about it. Yeah. That's gonna be a tough. That's gonna be a tough sell. I'll tell you this: if I can track one down, I'll do my best to get it to you. The problem is we haven't run the recoils in a really long time. We haven't produced them in a really long time.
Yeah, I know.
And even then, the squonk pins, we only did we didn't do a huge run of squonkable recoils. We should have done more, but we just didn't.
I wasn't squonking back then, you know, and now I have this Luna squonker that the green just looks so awesome with my green recoil, and it's like,
dude. Yeah, that Luna, the Luna and the recoil, that was my squonk jam for a long time. It's just a great setup, and I feel bad that you can't experience that. I want to get you a recoil squonk pin. I'll take this burden on, and I will try to get you
I
one.
appreciate it, man. I thought I'd just put it out there.
I'll do my best for you. Anyway, I appreciate you calling in, man.
Brother.
Thank you,
brother. And best wishes to your dad, man.
I very much appreciate that. Thank you very much, Luis. I'll talk at you later.
All right, take care, bro.
Awesome. I don't know. I like it when people say they like the recoil, and maybe they're blowing vape up my ass, but either way, I like it. I think it's a legendary atomizer, and man, that is such a bummer that he can't squonk. I keep looking over here in my closet. I keep thinking like, maybe I'll see like some sort of special magical box that's labeled on the outside that just says spare recoil squonk pins. But it's not there. It's not there. I keep looking, but it's not there. Well, I'm going to try for you. Because I think this is a little bit of a point of contention between me and Dwayne, because he thinks that the Recoil Rebel is a superior squonking atomizer. I think that the original recipe Recoil is a spectacular squonking atomizer. The combination of that tiny deck, that up-high snakebite airflow. Look, I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I think we were a little bit ahead of our time there. Let's jump to another call. Who's been waiting the longest? Caller in the 408 area code. You have been waiting the longest. You are now on Tuesday, Bro Tuesday. Who am I talking to?
Hey, what's up, Green?
What's up? Who's this?
It's Jeff Ventura.
It's Jeff?
Yes.
What's up, Jeff? How are you?
Good. How are you?
Doing very good. So what's your favorite setup? What's your end game setup, Jeff?
Right now I'm on a double barrel V3 and a Recoil Rebel.
There you go. Recoil Rebel. You like it? It's doing good for you?
Yeah. I've been had it since I got it.
Awesome. I love that.
Yeah, and with the Rocket Blast.
Oh, Rocket Blast fan. Yeah, you like the Rocket Blast? I love some Rocket Blast.
Yeah, I do too.
Awesome. Well, that's good stuff. Jeff. Yeah. I support that. I support the Rocket Blast and the Recoil Rebel. I'm a fan of both of those items.
Yep.
Anyway, all right. Well,
Me too.
I appreciate you calling in, Jeff. Thank you for sharing with us.
Okay. Thank you. You have a great one.
I will. You too, Jeff. Thank you. Awesome. You know, I don't know. Recoil Rebel. People are like, Recoil Rebel. Look, it's great. Let's do, we got time for some more. Let's see. I'm going to check on the super chat real fast. Antonio. Nope, you're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. Did I already say it? Did I fuck up? Did I already say it? I'm still going to stand by that. I think you're wrong about who the guest is. Cody, very gracious of you. My end game. Gold Recoil Rebel that I received in a grab bag giveaway in my hometown atop a blue double barrel V3. Super simple, and it's pretty. Lol. You know, that's an important factor when we're talking about end game setups. That's an important thing, is the aesthetics of it. Like, you want it to look cool. This, I think, looks cool. This mech with that Turk V2, I just think that looks cool. And when something looks cool, it's part of it. That's part of like the enjoyment. That's part of the pleasure of your end game setup, is you enjoy everything about it. It's not just the way that it vapes, but it's the way that you build it, and the way that you wick it, and the way that you fill it, and the way that you put the batteries in, and the way that it looks. It's more than just it vapes good, because there's tons of stuff that just vapes good, but doesn't make everything your end game setup, right? There's more to it. There's more to it than just how it vapes. I got another caller here in the 253 area code that has been waiting quite a long time, so I'm going to get to you now. You are on Tuesday Bro Tuesday. Who am I talking to right now?
My name is Josh, long-time viewer, first-time caller.
All right, I appreciate that, Josh. So we're talking end game setups. What are your thoughts on that? What do you got?
Well, right now in my hand, I have a double barrel V3 and an original recipe recoil, and I absolutely love it.
Yeah.
The only thing that would make it better.
What's that?
is the squawk fan, like the guy said, and I would literally buy a Recoil Rebel if I knew that the squawk fan would fit in my original recipe.
Yeah, it doesn't. It definitely doesn't. It definitely does not. And there I am looking at the cabinet
so
again.
Wish it did.
You know, I've heard some demand. We'll see what we can do about getting some recoil squonk pins out to some people. They're just so hard to get. You know, they're just so hard to get.
I know.
Well, I appreciate it. Well, I appreciate you using it, even if you can't squonk with it. I appreciate that. And that's really your end game setup. You just that's it every day. All right, well, let's take it one step
Double
further.
V3 and a black recoil original recipe.
Let's take it one step further. What liquid are you putting on the inside?
Right now I have Jam Monster, but that's not my favorite. My favorite is Slurricane by Ruthless.
Ruthless. Wait, which one did you say? Ruthless?
Slurricane. Slurricane, like the drink.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see. Oh, interesting.
Love that liquid.
And that's something you'd recommend? Is that something I should check out?
Yeah. The only thing I don't like about it is the VG-PG ratio. It's pretty thin.
Thin.
But still a really good flavor.
Well, as long as it's good, that's all that matters. Josh, I appreciate that. Thank you for calling in. Thank you for sharing with us, man. That's awesome.
Appreciate you answering.
Yeah, good stuff. Awesome. Yeah, you know, I'm old school nowadays. Well, are you old school, Congo Red Jr.? You're old school? Rodeo Red by Honest Vapor is my fave juice. Try it out if you haven't. Super good. Yeah, I have not had that from Honest Vapor, although I know Lou and Violet from Honest Vapor. They've been around in the industry for a real long time. Rest in peace, Vape TV, but they've been around for a while. Maybe I should try some of their liquids. Alan from the chat says, Topside Black, Pulse 24, Black. Yeah. Vapors, there's just something about dude vapors with beards and stuff. It just black everything. Just black mod, black RDA, black coils, black cotton, black liquid, just dark. We want everything to be black. Like no color. Forget color. You want blue? No. Black. We want everything in black. Everything needs to be black. Uber TTV. Nick, would you ever mind doing a review of my favorite e-liquid brand, White Label Juice Co.? Their blueberry custard is the shiz. Here's the thing, Uber TTV. I have a box I believe still up in this closet that is all White Label Juice Co. stuff. A bunch of 120s of White Label Juice Co. I went through a few of their liquids. I went through the white gummy flavor I really, really love. So I wouldn't never say never. Never say never, because that could be a thing. Am I coming to the UK this year? I don't know, Bree/Nate Vapes. I just don't know. I'm trying to get there in October for the big vape jam. It's not Vape Jam. It's the other one, Vape Expo, Birmingham. That's where it is. Vape Expo in Birmingham. I'm trying to get there this October, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. All right. Well, we're getting down to the end here. I apologize to everybody waiting in line in the queue right now. I'm going to get to like one more call before we wrap up this end game Vapes Tuesday, Bro Tuesday. But there's a caller in the 214 area code. You are on Tuesday, Bro Tuesday. Who am I talking to? Hello, caller in the 214 area code. Are you there? You've been waiting for a really long time, and I'd hate for you to not be able to say anything. All right, there's no caller. Caller in the 610 area code. 610. You are on Tuesday, Bro Tuesday. Who am I talking to?
Yes, hello.
Hi. Hey.
This is Bernie Sanders.
Oh, good. I was hoping this was Bernie Sanders. Hi, Bernie. Well, welcome to Tuesday, Bro Tuesday, Bernie. How are you?
Good. How are you, young man?
I'm doing very well, Bernie. What do you think about this whole vaping thing? Are you a vapor? I heard you are.
Well, we got to talk about healthcare. Healthcare is everything, and if you want better healthcare, maybe stop smoking.
Yes.
Because there's too much smoking going on.
There's too much smoking going on in the United States. The top 1% smoke more than the bottom 90% of the country.
And my shoulders are stuck up by my ears.
Good, Bernie. Listen, Bernie, I really appreciate you calling in. How you doing, Michelle?
I can't do it anymore.
You can't keep it up anymore. You know what?
I can't.
Michelle, it's a
solid.
solid.
My throat's killing me from that.
It's a solid Bernie impression, and I'm so glad you called it in. While I have you, what's your end game?
It's funny because I do really. Sorry, the delay is killing me. I do really shitty impressions in general, and the fact that one's even vaguely close to what it's supposed to be is like a fucking miracle. But my end game vape.
End game.
As people that watch, that's what she said. My end game vape is a dual parallel Doldyne with a TM24 Pro and an Eclipse cap, and of course clove juice. And I'm good for the rest. I'm good forever. I'm good for end times. I'm good for bring back the Ice Age, whatever.
All of it. All of it. You just march into battle with your parallel box and your TM24.
That's it.
That's amazing. I love that, Michelle. That's fantastic. That's amazing. Well done.
Oh, man.
Well done, Michelle.
Hey, listen, I don't want to keep you,
okay.
And I have to actually go because I've got someone coming over here. But
so important, Michelle.
It was good talking to you. I don't think we've ever met before, so that's good.
Yeah, this has been fantastic. Thank you for reaching out. I appreciate that. I'm glad we could connect.
Yeah. Anyway,
Michelle.
Stay lit, fam.
Stay lit.
Later on.
Appreciate that, Michelle. That's the wonderful Michelle Lynn from That's What She Said, streaming vape show over there on the Ruby Roo channel. Angela and Michelle and Ruby and Danielle and Jess, they just kill it every Thursday. And Michelle was threatening me with calling in as Bernie Sanders, and I said, do it. I can't wait. Bring it on. I want to hear Bernie Sanders. Okay, look, we don't have much time left, but I want to get to one more call. I have a caller here in the 713 area code. You are the last caller of this Tuesday, Bro Tuesday. Who am I talking to?
Hey, man, it's Stan. You want to call me snob to my face?
Yeah, listen, Hemo boy. Listen, Hemo Stan. You snobby son of a bitch. No, but you know what I mean. I don't mean that everybody's snobby like that. You know that's not what I meant.
Oh, dude. I know, man. I'm just messing with you, brother. You know how I take things. All in stride. All in stride.
Okay, well, while I have you, Stan, and you can't say your own products, what's your end game?
Oh, that's crap.
I know. It is crap, but that's the rules of the game. I can't change them.
Look, being honest here, I've answered this question over the past couple weeks more than I care to admit, and it's always different.
Okay. Well, then tell me something different right
now. I actually have, I mean, you know I've been like all about the MTL lately, and I love mech mods.
Yeah.
But I'm a parallel box guy too, man, and I could do forever on a parallel box with I'm really jamming on the Whisper RTA from Loud Cloud. Something a little bit more of an airier MTL.
And it's an MT. You call it? Wait, it's the Whisper RTA.
Yeah.
The Whisper RTA. Oh, the Whisper RTA. Interesting.
Yeah, man. You know, we need to get you on the high-end vape forum so that way we can show you how we're trying to bridge the gap, man. What do you say? You want to come on a Sunday?
Look, I would love to. Okay.
Heck yeah.
We'll make it happen, Stan.
Heck yeah. We'll show you the good side. The good side, not the high-end mods only group.
Not the snobby side.
Really persnickety.
Persnickety. That is what they are, isn't it? It's persnicketyness.
Persnickety. There you go. Stamped and signed.
All right. Well, hit me up, Stan. We'll make it happen, all right?
Yeah, but hey, man, I love what you're doing with the Tuesday show, man.
Oh, awesome. Thank you.
I love it.
I appreciate that very much. I'm having a great time. Great time, Stan. And you're the last caller.
Have a good one, buddy. I'll see you on Thursday.
I'll see you, bro.
Awesome.
Take care of yourself, Stan. That was Stan. Everybody knows Stan, Mr. Tenacious TX Vapes, just one of the nicest dudes in the industry, creator of the Dreamer mech, creator of the Keen mech, creator of that, what was that RDA that I hated, and then the other RDA that I didn't hate. He did both of them. Stan's just a good guy, and Mouth to Lung seems to be coming back hard. Mech mods are a lot more popular than I thought they would be. I was honestly expecting to hear just tons of sub-ohm tanks or tons of squonkers. Like, I feel like that's where everybody ended up. Like, going through their vape journey, it's like you either end up on a sub-ohm tank or you end up on a squonker. Like, not necessarily really hobby type of people like us that nerd out and geek out about vape gear, but like your average user person, I think, ends up on a squonker, ends up on a sub-ohm tank, and then that's it. And I'm surprised to see so many mouth to lung stuff. I'm surprised to see, honestly, so much retro stuff like SwitchMod V2 and the iTaste VTR. Those are legitimately older devices. Same with that Infinite CLT V3. I mean, that was somebody's end game, and I remember vaping that at the beginning of 2015. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy, and this has been a fantastic Tuesday Bro Tuesday, and I think we're going to go ahead and wrap this up because we've been going for about an hour and a half strong now, and I have a swimming pool that is calling my name. So what we're going to do is we're going to wrap this up. I apologize. I'm going to have to hang up on everybody that is waiting in the queue right now to get on. I'm sorry. We will be doing this again next Tuesday. I don't have a topic yet for next Tuesday, but I'm sure I can think of one. I'm sure I can think of one. If anybody has any ideas, send them on over to me, nick@grimmgreen.com. But I'm sure I can think of one. But yeah, that's it. I've only done 3 episodes of this, so I don't have any like fancy like, thanks so much for watching, everybody. And no matter what is in your hand, I don't have any like sign off things. I don't have anything like that. So I'm just gonna say good night, good luck, be excellent to each other, and don't vape shame anybody ever for what they're vaping. If you do that, you're a shitbag. Okay, that's just what you are. So I'm gonna say good night. I'm going to say good luck. I'm going to say be excellent to each